Hi Kenny. So what I'm going to do in this video lesson is I'm going to touch up a bit on the um, on those finger picking exercises, the ones that I showed you, because the last time I remember when you were playing chords, the chords were a little muddy. So I think one way you can correct this is to play each note of the chord so that you can hear where you're going wrong, and so that you know where to apply a little bit more finger pressure or finger strength so that it doesn't sound, it doesn't sound so muffled or so muddy. Okay, so again, I think what we were doing was we were playing with those, we were playing some minor 7 chords. Um, we were playing with an E minor 7, okay? So start on the E of the 7th fret of the A string. Okay, so it's here. So your first finger on the 7th fret of the A string, your ring finger on the 9th fret of the 9th fret of the D string. Your first finger will bar like that, yeah? Okay, so your first finger will be on the 7th fret of the G string, okay, because you're barring. And your middle finger will go on the 8th fret of the B string. That's your E minor 7. Okay, so what you can do is you can just do like, you can play consecutive strings. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and you can keep playing through them until you hear every note of the chord perfectly. So you don't want to get stuff like like that, where you can still hear the note, but it's still a bit twangy. It doesn't sound very full. So you want to get this. Okay, again, while you're at it, you can also use this as an opportunity to develop different ways of basically playing the notes of the chord. So instead of, let's say for example, you have somebody strumming a chord, right? Or you want to play a backing to it, or you want to find something that you can fit over an E minor chord that somebody else is playing. You can always come up with other stuff like, okay, rather than always just going 1, 2, 3, 4. So this exercise does have some musical applications to it. Not just for knowing where you're going wrong when you're fingering your chords. Okay. All right. The next chord is a B minor 7. Okay. So just to make sure you get it right, your first finger will bar. Yeah. And your ring finger will go on the 9th fret of the A string. Okay, so yeah, you can play consecutive strings like that. Yeah, and then the next chord was an A minor 7. So it's exactly the same fingering position, you just shift it down 2 frets like that. Alright, so if we were to put this whole exercise together and play it in real time, you could do something like this. Alright, so that sounds very much like an exercise, but if we wanted to make it more musical, let's say somebody was playing these chords in the background, or you were playing with a band, and your bass player was playing these notes, right? You were playing to a song that had an E minor 7, A minor 7, E minor 7, B minor 7, A minor 7, like a chord progression like that. You could do stuff like, you know. yeah, eventually, if you want to get really clever with it, you can add all sorts of rhythmic variations to it, and um, various finger plucking styles to create different textures. You can create stuff like this. All right. So I think that's basically all I really need to touch up on. As for the finger shapes, I don't think I need to go through with that in the video with you because I think it's pretty straightforward, and I've written them out for you, and I think you know what to do. And anyways, like you said yourself, you said you prefer just reading off the diagrams, right? Like that's easier for you. Um, okay, so yeah, I think I've more or less wrapped it up. If there's anything else that you're not sure about and that you need help with, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to do another video for you. Cheers.